So, you know, I went down a rabbit hole last night. And I'm probably about to go back down it again in a minute. One of my mentors used to tell me when I was young, she used to always say, she's an older trans person. She used to always say, when big stars go to falling, it won't be long before day. And I assume that's another way of saying the shit about to hit the fan. In 2020, they called 2020 the year of the reveal. And since 2020, like we was getting celebrity tea before 2020, but we wasn't getting celebrity tea like this. Like we was getting like the crumbs was starting to come, but like now we just really, really, really like like everybody tea starting to come out like since 2020. Like it's like the pandemic made people restless and turned people and make people bitter. Like I don't know what COVID did, but COVID was like a shift. And it's like ever since then, like celebrities have just been getting and it's seen. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like the Housewives franchise, reality TV in general, the Zeus network, like all of this kind of ushered that in. Like, like, but if I could just pinpoint the shift, reality TV um was like the indicator of the shift, and Zeus Network and the whole Bravo franchise, like all of that just kind of ushered in this generation because when we was coming up, celebrities was regal and mysterious. And I can't say that I miss those days. Uh because it's good to get the backstory so that we don't continue to glamorize what it is. Like it's one thing to have control over your narrative. It's another thing to glamorize the fuck shit and the horrible things that you've done to get to where you are. And so now it's like the reckoning is happening and we literally get to peek behind the curtain. Like when they said it was the reveal, they meant it was the reveal because we are getting to know everything that these people went through. Like it used to be rumors and gossip and whispers, but now sources are coming out and they just telling all of these people, and you realize your money can't even protect you. Hey, Stoner, your money can't even protect you. Like you got have $1 billion, P. Diddy worth $1 billion, and they is dragging this man. They dragging this man. Like this man is getting virtually drugged. Jada Pinkett and Will Smith got all of that money and just getting there's no sacredness for celebrities. Celebrities aren't sacred anymore. Like the stars are literally falling. Just they got money and they got money and they got access and they got visibility, but these stars ain't these stars ain't shining like they used to. They ain't shining like, and the gag is that the machine was protecting them. So when it was done with them, when it was ready for them to move out the way, it could do what it's doing to them now. Like, and you literally sign up for it. See, this is why I tell all my business myself. Yeah, see, when I do finally get to the place where I'm trying to get to, yeah, I told all my business. I told my shit myself. Y'all ain't got no secrets on me. Like, this is why I did mine the way I did it. And see, let me tell you something. Every who everybody love. Everybody love Beyonce. Beyonce is like a world treasure right now. But Beyonce have been the most strategic and the most calculated. Baby, when them stories come out, when them stories come out, I wonder what the Beehive gonna do. And this the gag. They can't really be mad at her because whenever you exalt somebody, it's because you resonate with them. So they're always a reflection of who you are. So none of the Beehive gonna really be able to be mad at Beyonce because truth be told, all y'all just like her. All of y'all, everybody who worship that lady and love that lady, y'all just like her. Y'all got secrets just like she do. Y'all strategic just like she do, just like she is. I was watching a documentary where they was talking about how she stopped doing impromptu interviews and she stopped acting, she stopped playing in movies because it was revealing her weaknesses. And nobody's perfect at everything. Nobody's gonna do everything at 100%. Beyonce is an amazing entertainer, an amazing singer, a beautiful woman. She could dance. You know what I'm saying? Her fashion sense is sickening. She always gives you pristine, polished, well put together. She's gonna give you presentation. Then she's gonna perform her motherfucking ass off. You can't take that from Beyonce. Beyonce is not just I'm light skinned and I'm relying on it. No, Beyonce works. She one of them light skinned girls that didn't just rely on face and body. She worked. You can't take that from her. But she's not like she's not like a Brandy whereas Brandy could dance. She's not known for dancing, but Brandy could dance, Brandy could sing, and Brandy could act her ass off. You know what I'm saying? Like Brandy could get in front of that camera and they about to play with you. Even Kelly could dance. Kelly Rowland could act. She could sing and she could dance. You know what I'm saying? But I think Beyonce is more strategic and business minded. Beyonce is very business. Like I think she could get you mildly shrewd. And I think that's why I don't think it's that Beyonce can't act, and I don't think that is that she can't perform. I think that she comes off as too authentic, and I think that she will reveal too much of herself, and we might see a side of her that wouldn't have allowed her to get to where she was. Like, I think she has purposely hidden parts of herself because if we saw that organic Beyonce, we'll see them eye rolls. We'll see her say some slick Virgo shit out her mouth. And see, that's why a lot of people are mad at Jada Pinkett because Jada Pinkett always have been slick. Jada Pinkett have always verbalized what she was feeling and we understood it. See, the difference between because I think Beyonce and Jada Pinkett Virgos, but Beyonce was brought up a Southern Belle. So more of that ladies are to be seen and not heard. Ladies carry themselves in a different way. That lingered a little bit more in her. That influenced Beyonce's upbringing a little bit more than Jada's, even though Jada is older than Beyonce. Beyonce's younger, which is why she probably felt comfortable with being a little bit more sexy and being a little bit more daring and how she, showed up, how she dressed and all of that stuff, her presentation. But, in the South, women. we still on that, ladies are not to be, they shouldn't be doing all this talking, you supposed to be seen and not heard. But Jada was from Baltimore. Like she's a Baltimore. She's a round away girl adjacent. So like Jada come from, around where all those girls come from that speak your mind, the Queen Latifahs, the MC Lights, you know what I'm saying, the Salt and Peppers, the Remy Ma's, around that area where they talk they shit and it's like it is what it is. But the South, that wasn't what we was known for unless you go to New Orleans. And in New Orleans, you had your Miss T's, you had your Ghetto Twins, you had your Mia X's, but they weren't mainstream. They weren't crossing over. So you had females that were pushing the envelope and that was saying things that traditionally were having conversations that were exclusive to men in a patriarchal society, but those type of women weren't making it to mainstream from the South. You couldn't be no female that was pushing the envelope from the South and expect to be mainstream. It just was unheard of. But then when you look at the East Coast, when you look at all that surrounding areas, those areas up there, females were allowed, were supported in being a little bit more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Pushing the envelope a little bit more and having conversations that you wouldn't traditionally hear women having in the South. We had them in the South. They just wasn't going to mainstream. Oh, you had females in the background talking about some eat my pussy hole. Put it in the hole, put it in the hole. You know you wanna eat this pussy hole. Eat my pussy hole. Yeah. You had it. You just didn't hear that mainstream like Miss T. Which me and X was talking about. I'll fuck your man. You don't like it because I got him in my hand. You won't fight me because you're fucking man. No, that was Miss T too. Miss T. But Miss T and Mia X made I'll fuck your man. Like we was having the conversations, but they wasn't going mainstream. You feel me? So I'm just looking at all of this, like how this is playing out. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Diddy that had this coming for a long time. He done had this coming for a long time. And Diddy, no matter what happened, bitch, Diddy in the background, if I was you, bitch, I'd be sitting in front of them, bitch, I'd be chilling. I wouldn't even much be tripping like how it's going there. I'd be like, I did it my way. Cause you damn sure did it your way, Diddy. You did it your way. you made you you made $1 billion. You made it to the top of the heap. You had to step on some people. You had to mess over some people. This your legacy. You did what you did. You did what you did. Period. But you did it. Nobody could take that away from you. However you did it, no matter who had to, jump up and down in your cookies, your mouth, who cookies and mouth you jumped at. Cause I mean, they say Diddy has violated a lot of people, and I just can't help but think that a lot of people have also violated Diddy. I think for every person that he's made give him head, he's probably had to give some head. I think for every booty hole or coochie he done ran up in, he done been ran up in. I think that it's been give and take. I definitely don't think that he's been the stud his entire life. I don't think that he's been the alpha and the dominant his entire life. I think that it's been a two-way street for him. I think it's definitely been some give and take, and so hey, it is what it is. But when it come to Jada Pinkett, like I ain't gonna lie, I'm always gonna have grace for Jada because I understand. I understand. Like, I saw brother Bilal, And this just speaks to the society that we live in. He's being protected in what he's saying because believe this, he ain't coming out making these claims and he don't have the Muslim community behind him. That's why when he doing them interviews with Tasha K, he said he don't fear nobody but Allah. So, Jada is the kind of woman that the Muslim community don't really care for. Let's be clear. That's why when he come for the Smiths, he's outing Will, but he really targeting Jada. And the Muslim community don't live for no woman that got a little bit too much mouth on her. And Jada is verbally a powerhouse. But to sit up here and try to demonize this woman for doing shit men been doing, this the only problem I have. I'm not saying that everything Jada haven't been wrong. I'm just saying, like, y'all, we don't understand where the behavior comes from. Like people tend to mirror their environment. She came up in a time where men were men were just as toxic as they are now, but nobody was calling them out on it. At least now, toxic masculinity is a conversation. 30 years ago, it wasn't even a conversation. 20 years ago, it wasn't even a real conversation amongst us. So like she absorbed all of that. Like she had to navigate that as a female who is a little female. I mean, Jada is a petite little thing. So of course she had to be super aggressive to make sure she was heard. She had to be super cutthroat. She had to be super like she had to multiply that shit. So not to have any compassion for her, not to have any empathy or any understanding as to how she was, or how she became what she was. Like who got? I mean, who's sitting in these golden seats or these platinum seats where you have the capacity to condemn her for what she's done? She carved out a space for herself in the midst of shit that was already going on before her, and shit that's gonna be going on after she leave, and shit that didn't have nothing to do with her. And like that's the only problem I have, is trying to hold some females, because some of y'all know better. Like y'all legit know better. And I'm not gonna say Jada don't know no better, but like trying to hold females to the same standard, like trying to penalize them the same way you penalize men, when we know who patriarchy benefits the most. Like Jada can't run for no motherfucking president of the United States. She can't like you can have all the access and all the influence you want to. Certain titles you will never have simply because you got a vagina. Unless you a trans man. And you fool everybody, you get it past everybody. People don't know, like you keep it a secret, right? But it's just certain things that certain privileges. You'll never be the Pope, you'll never be the president. You know what I'm saying? Certain things are just not in the stars for women, and so how could we not understand where the bitterness comes from, where the resentment comes from, where the need to do cutthroat stuff comes from? And that's all I'm saying. Like, maybe I am being sympathetic towards, beings who was born XX chromosome and identify with womanhood. I also acknowledge that, a lot of men, um, feel like workhorses. They feel like they're just used as tools. They feel like their job is just to get out and get money and work and and so some of them have resentment build up. It's resentment build up on both sides. But I was watching I've been watching Tyler Perry's I tried to get into bro, okay, because I've been watching Sisters. And even though he dragged the storyline like what you call it? I think one of the girls, she been pregnant so long, she still ain't even started showing yet. I'm like, girl, you been pregnant the whole fucking year, and you ain't even started showing yet. Like the way he stopped the season and bring you right back to where it left off at. I think that's just like it's working against him in the sense that it's really making things happen so slowly, like the seasons are moving so slowly, like not enough time is passing. Like when you bring us back for the new season, some time should have been in past. Like can you speed it up so the baby can actually finally be born? Like Miss Thing, is she still like 3 months pregnant? And y'all been having this conversation for like 9 months. Like, what's going on? So, to me, that's problematic with the sisters thing. And then sometimes there's a little bit too much justification. Like, it really shows you how your friends can be toxic for you and supporting you in the bullshit simply because y'all the same gender. And I think that um as a trans person, this is one of the reasons why I try to keep a mixed circle of friends. I try not to have all trans sisters or all female sisters or all men friends. I try to have a mixture of friends so that I could hear different perspectives based on their experiences. Because if all of your friends is female, you typically are not going to have a really balanced perspective when it comes time for you to really like think unbiasedly. It's hard for you to think unbiasedly when you surround yourself with people based off of genitalia. Like like that to me is a fault. So like you should have friends and you should have, if you're trying to be balanced in your thinking and balanced in your logic, you need to surround yourself with diverse groups so that you can be considerate of other people and not just be like going hard for just the tribe that you're directly connected to based off of genitalia, complexion, and experiences. And so that's the same thing that I find problematic on bros is that okay, you got all of these men who look alike, well, I mean, not necessarily look alike, but who relatively, share um similar experiences, hang in similar spaces, you know what I'm saying? The same background, the same culture. And it's like y'all upholding each other in fuckery. And so that's what's problematic for me with the storytelling. Like it really highlights how a lot of microcosmic groups tend to really kind of like hinder each other in a way from supporting each other in some fuck shit because you're not really getting a balanced perspective. And the way Tyler Perry, the way the writing makes things pan out is like you literally are going along with them in the fuckery, like you're supporting them, like you're rooting for them in the fuckery. I started, and I noticed that a lot of that is going on BET. Like that's what BET has really become. Like I started watching the Hamptons after I finished watching, I think Kingdom Business, and I'm watching that solely like I'm not really like invested in the spiritual aspect of it. I'm not really moved by that, but there are some characters in the production who I am a fan of creatively as actors. Like I watch it solely for the content. I love to see a bunch of beautiful black people working together, like, so I will entertain it. But I tried to get into the Hamptons and I watched the first couple of episodes. I was able to watch this other show. I think it was called The Family Business. I was able to get through all of that because they have the girl who used to do the bonnets. I love everything that she do, the Bonnet Chronicles, everything that she plays in. I just love her. She's funny to me. Like I love how she performs. So when I saw her in it, I watched it because I'm such a fan of her as an actor. Like I really love everything that she do, even though I know she's a diehard Christian. I do love to see her acting. But I was trying to get into the Hamptons because they have this woman who plays in a lot of different um all black films, and she just left off of, I think they just killed her off on Wicked City, but she also plays in this the Black Hamptons. And I'm like, I understand that a lot of this is for entertainment, but seeing black folks sit up and argue about property and swimming pools and all this, like I want to put a swimming pool in my backyard and y'all just going like it's really a hard day on battle because y'all arguing about a swimming pool in y'all backyard, and you trying to make it socially conscious. We're talking about things that happen to black people, but at the same time, it's black people feuding against black people over basic ass, simple ass shit. And I just feel like if y'all put more energy into coming together, more energy into supporting each other, like, and stop with the fake narrative of pretending like, because you really honestly is like, it's like all these justifications for the gatekeeping of blackness, like all of these justifications for it. And as someone who calls themselves black indigenous, it is not about me gatekeeping blackness. It is about me saying that, hey, this the kind of black I am. It's not about me gatekeeping it. It's not about me saying I own black indigenous or me centering myself in that. This is me trying to, because I get triggered every time I hear African American. As somebody who has lived in Africa for 9 months and traveled there for a week before and want to go back eventually, I am not African American. I wasn't born there. My grandma wasn't born there. My great grandma wasn't born there. My great great grandma wasn't born there. Why the fuck is we calling me African American? My great great grandma was not born in Africa. So why the fuck am I calling myself African American? And Africa wasn't even called Africa over 400 years ago. It was called something else. So 9 times out of 10, my ancestors would be called that, but not African American. So bitch, stop playing in my face. Like, the people that's coming from there now and the people who have been coming there over these past couple of 100 years, yeah, those are African Americans. But I'm indigenous. I'm black indigenous. I have melanin and I'm indigenous to this landmass because my ancestors have been here for centuries. So I don't know about my great 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 grandmother. I don't know about my great 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 grandmother, great 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 grandmother, but I know about my great great grandmother. And sweetheart, that's 200 years right there. So y'all gonna stop playing in my face. And my great great grandmother was 100% indigenous. We had a painting of her on the wall, and we said she was dark skinned and had really thick flowing curly hair. My great great grandmother like was dark skinned, like literally my people were here hundreds of years ago. Hundreds of years ago. Hey, oh, how you doing? Yeah, you got me when I was about to get off of here, baby. That's you, baby. Yeah, they was here hundreds of years ago. So that whole African American stuff, chill. I be like, when I be hearing people say African American, I be like, but yeah, I'm about to get off the line. What you doing, child? I'ma call you. What you do? Cause I ain't doing nothing right now, girl. I was thinking about you yesterday. I wanted to get on here and wanted to get on here and just like, baby, when I tell you this has been the reveal, honey, this is the reveal. When I tell you that we getting all of the tea, all of the tea is happening real time. Real time, baby. We getting all of the tea. We getting all of the tea. Yeah, honey. But yeah, I'm gonna be down there. I'm getting ready to come down there next month. Hell, yeah, I need to You need wait. Hit my line when you get. All right. Well, I'm about to go ahead and end this, child, because I done finished dragging. I'm about to call you. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Mwah.